In the heart of the bustling city stood an old, dimly lit bar known as the Drunken Owl, a place that had seen better days. Its bartender, Tom, was a middle-aged man who had heard enough stories to fill a library. He was no stranger to odd customers, but nothing could have prepared him for what happened one fateful night. It was a stormy evening, the kind where the rain seemed to speak, and the wind howled secrets. The bar was unusually empty, save for a lone customer sitting at the far end of the counter. He was a peculiar man, dressed in a finely tailored black suit, his hair slicked back, and his eyes, a piercing shade of red, seemed to glow in the dim light. As Tom approached to take his order, the air around the man felt charged, his presence commanding yet unnerving. The man ordered a drink Tom had never heard of, the devil's elixir. Thinking it was a joke, Tom played along, mixing a concoction of various spirits. The man watched intently, his gaze never leaving Tom. As he served the drink, the man revealed, in a voice smooth as silk but cold as ice, that he was indeed the devil. Tom chuckled, assuming it was a drunken fantasy, but the man's next words sent a chill down his spine. "I'm here to offer you a deal," he said, his eyes locking onto Tom's. "I can grant you anything you desire. Wealth, power, love, in exchange for your soul." Tom laughed it off, but as the night progressed, the man's knowledge of Tom's deepest desires and darkest secrets convinced him that this was no ordinary customer. Torn between fear and fascination, Tom found himself engaging in a twisted game of wits with the devil. The conversation turned to Tom's life, his regrets, and his unfulfilled dreams. The devil's insights were unnervingly accurate, his offers tempting. As the clock struck midnight, the devil presented Tom with a contract, a parchment that seemed ancient and alive, the words written in a script that danced and swirled on the page. Tom, now under the man's spell, found himself considering the offer. But then a moment of clarity broke through the fog in his mind. He thought of his family, his friends, the simple yet happy life he had led. The cost of the deal became clear. It was not just his soul, but everything he held dear. With newfound resolve, Tom refused the devil's offer. Anger flashed in the man's eyes, his demeanor shifting from charming to menacing. The bar's lights flickered, the wind outside screamed, and for a moment, Tom feared for his life. Then, as suddenly as he had appeared, the devil vanished, leaving behind a chilling silence. Tom was left alone in the bar, his heart racing, his mind reeling from the encounter. In the days that followed, Tom's life returned to normal, but the encounter left a lasting impact. He found a renewed appreciation for the simple joys of life, knowing how close he had come to losing it all. The story concludes with the bar, the Drunken Owl, becoming a local legend, known not just for its drinks, but for the night when the devil himself walked through its doors.